Hello and welcome back to another episode of Come Back Marnius. I'm Ristique.
And hello, I'm Savs.
Today we're going to be reviewing a game called BloodLust Vampire ShadowHunter. This is a game by WRF Studios. I got a message by, don't know whether it's one of the developers or someone who represents that studio, asking whether I'd be interested in doing a little review, a little game spotlight on it. And, you know, I like indie games, and do you like indie games, Savs?
Yeah, they're alright. I mean, I'm a bit confused on this one, but we'll give it a go.
You haven't really seen any of this yet?
No, I haven't. No, this is kind of a first for me. You're going to take the main lead on this one, I think.
So anyway, we're going to show you a bit of footage. Might give you an insight of whether you might be interested in playing this game when it comes out. There's a demo for it at the moment which you can download from their site. It's going to be a link in the description. You can check that out. Let's hop in.
Right, cool. Here we go. A nice little inviting message when you click on.
Yeah. That little voice happens like almost all the way through the game. I'm not sure why. So you can pick between a Damphir, which I don't really know what it is because I didn't pick one, or a vampire. I think like a Damphir is like a half vampire or something. I don't really know. And you got three. I didn't try it out. And you got three classes. You got the criminal, you got the warrior, and you got the witch. So it's like a melee, a rogue, and a caster. And I went with the criminal.
It's your standard kind of RPG start screen thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the basics there.
It's been done a million times. It's not really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, how long has this been in development? This one?
They've been going for about 20 years, actually, in like an independent studio. They've done these games called, I think, Last Half of Darkness, which is like a long series of like vampire games. And this one, I think they released the demo around July, I think.
All right, cool. They need to tone down the "come closer" whisper. I mean, it's,
I'm going to warn you now. The lightning sound and the "come closer" bit happens a lot.
Right. Okay.
Wake up, fledgling. The early evening's dusk fades from view as a new moon rises.
I still think this intro is quite good, though, actually.
Since it's been many years,
considering it's an indie studio and everything.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the voice acting.
You say that now.
Oh, okay.
You'll see some of the voice acting that's coming soon. You've spoken too soon.
I've asked Varric to watch over you through these long years.
So, it's typical sort of vampire thing. You're a new vampire, you've been turned, and you're in these, like, ruins, and it's obviously kind of like a tutorial area. And it's mainly kind of puzzles and stuff you've got to do. Yeah, I'm going like, I don't know what's going on here. And you can see it's a little bit buggy.
Yeah, your guy is, he's having a seizure. I mean, I'm not going to lie. He keeps disappearing. Is that one of your spells, or?
No, that's just graphical clipping. It's beta.
Yeah.
So stuff like when I open a menu, I seem to fire my weapon for no apparent reason. Stuff like that will happen.
Okay, cool.
So these are some of the skills which go onto your hotbar, and I'm just having a quick look at them. I have no clue what any of these do, but you get one skill point at the very beginning to pick. So I pick Shapeshift, which I don't think I actually even use at any point, but I pick it anyway.
Right, okay, there's this very loud banging in the background of this. Is that going to go on throughout the whole video?
Pretty much. But you're going to hear some of the awesome voice acting in a second.
Alright, I'm looking forward to this.
I think the environments are quite nicely done, personally. But then you clip through your entire body.
How was your sleep?
God, some delay on that.
But like, he's just like some weird Chinese man.
Here in the ruins, I can see you are a little confused. No, quite normal in these circumstances. Side effects from the bite.
Christ.
Are no longer.
He is taking his time to get through this.
It's setting the atmosphere, it's fine.
Yeah.
The voice acting's good, remember?
Oh, God.
Yet, only a fledgling fledgling, but on your way.
I have noticed that with pretty much all of the voices, they've just slapped like a massive echo on just everyone.
Yeah, that's not ideal. What's this flashing target thing in the middle of the screen?
I don't know. I found for like every dialogue, it was just there. They have this weird system whereby you obviously aim everything a bit like you remember Terror, the MMO that came out.
Yeah.
You kind of aim everything with your mouse, but in order to actually, a bit like Terror, and in order to go anything on the UI, you have to press Control, and then that kind of unlocks the mouse. Right. So I don't know whether that's some bug or I don't know something. I just kept going, it's in beta, it's indie, it's in beta, it's indie. Yeah, you can't have too much of it. Yeah.
Your first skill will be to bite. You will need to drain victims to survive.
So he's telling me I need to suck people's blood, which again is something I don't do through the entirety of the video.
So what you did? I thought that was like, so they haven't like brought in a mechanic to say you have to kill an enemy, you have to actually sustain yourself.
Well, I think the bite is the way you're meant to heal yourself, but you seem to regen health quite quickly anyway, so I was a little bit confused by that.
It's always hard when they put in a mechanic like that where you have to continuously do something to sustain your character.
Well,
so, I mean, it always sounds like a cool idea, because obviously vampires have to do that in the stories and stuff like that, but it's never going to work out in a game because it's not fun to continuously do the same thing.
You've not played the Vampire Bloodline Masquerade game?
No.
Well, that's something that which has kind of taken a bit of influence. But yeah, in that game, you have to suck on people's blood in order to regen health, and that is pretty much, other than like blood packs, that is your only source of health.
Right.
It says you have to break. So I'm trying to break down the wall because it says there's a breakable wall. So I think it's this door, and I'm just randomly firing at this tree. For
some reason he's got it in for the tree.
I don't know why. And then finally it seems to realise that I want to enter the ruins, so I do. But yeah, there's only 2 areas in this demo, and I was kind of a bit puzzled why they weren't just part of one thing together, because neither of them are very big.
Right. They need to sort out this come closer thing, because it's... Okay, and what is going on here?
So, as you do in all kind of catacombs or cemeteries, you've got a lovely woman who just sells you stuff and gives you a quest, as standard.
Sarah.
It's Sarah. You know Sarah.
Of course.
So she wants us to get some wool fur for absolutely no reason whatsoever. This is just a kill and collect quest. This is all it is. But she's the shop in this main area. So as usual, there's a vampire orc.
Right.
Now, I'm not aware that orcs were real things, let alone vampire orcs.
And he kind of sat there and took it in the face like a champ.
Yes, you'll find throughout this that the combat is not exactly what you'd call challenging. The AI seems to be pretty balked. I don't think I barely get hit in any combat I am in this entire demo.
Do you find another enemy? Oh, fucking hell, what's that?
It's a big vampire monkey.
Vampire golem. That's just
And as you can see, he's causing me a lot of troubles.
He's got a lot of help.
This is one of the trickier fights in the game. Well, I don't know about you, but I was riveted. I was on the edge of my seat.
I just couldn't see you tackling that challenge. I mean,
no, it was pretty tricky.
What I don't understand is why do you get less experience for killing that guy when he took you 10 minutes to kill? Something just jumped behind you. What was that?
I don't know. I had a look on their site whilst I was playing this, and apparently he's meant to be like the toughest mob in the entire demo. And yeah, I'm level 1 and I just killed him.
Oh my god. Whoa.
They've got this cool little jump mechanism thing for secret areas, which I kind of liked. It's okay. So you got a trap here. It's a pressure plate trap.
Right.
And I tested it out in just a sec. So yeah, as you'd expect.
That's quite cool. That's worked a lot better than a lot of things I've so far in this game.
Yeah. It's not bad. There's quite a lot of traps actually, as you'll gradually see.
I mean, it's funny when you play a game like this because you kind of take for granted you take it for granted that we're given such quality in games, like all the high development stuff that we get.
Yeah.
And you look at this, someone's put a lot of hard work into, obviously.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
But it's just, yeah, it's hard to be nice about, if you know what I mean.
But despite all that, it's shit.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I would rather...
Well, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, am I willing to part money for this product?
Yeah.
That's what
would I play this game, or would I go downstairs and scrub the kitchen floor with my tongue? I mean... Come on.
I don't know, it depends.
No,
Is there anything on the floor? Any tasty biscuits?
Oh,
or...
you don't want to know what's been on that floor.
What have you been doing, Savs?
I've just been dragging myself around like those dogs. They put their hands in their legs. We ran out of toilet roll, so...
Oh no, that's
sorry.
far.
I'm sorry. That was a bit too far.
So this guy's this is a vampire who's escaped into the catacombs or ruins, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
And he's had some kind of fight with some vampires, and he had to kind of stash his loot that he had stolen from them.
Yeah.
And he can't remember where he's put them, so he's asking you if you could find them for you. And he's hurt his leg, so that's why he's not bothering to get them himself.
Right. He can't have stashed his best loot 'cause he's wearing that badass biker jacket.
Yeah.
Look at him. God, what I wouldn't give for
I would
that.
have thought if you've got a leg injury, you wouldn't be standing up.
Yeah,
So I've realised that I've leveled up, and I can't actually put my mouse pointer to actually put up my stats. There's like an invisible wall, and it won't let my mouse to it. So
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game mechanic. You have to challenge the invisible wall to. That's part of how you level up.
Monkey Fist?
I know they've got the talents looked interesting. They've also got this quite cool sire tree thing, which I'm guessing is going to tie into the plot, assuming in the rest of the game, where like you don't know who made you become like a vampire and stuff. So you got some zombies here.
Oh, there we go.
Which,
Did you just go up another level?
No, I activated Frenzy there. So I do more damage. But for some reason I hit melee with my crossbow, which I didn't quite understand.
I wonder what was happening there. Your character just, like, he was
just flailing my arms wildly, and another two zombies just come out of nowhere, as they do. And again, I don't think I even get hit once during this entire thing. They actually run away from me when they get close.
He was nearly on. Yeah, I was about to say he's nearly. Oh no, he's turned around again.
He's scared. He doesn't like eye contact.
Your brain's obviously not delicious.
So there's a pressure plate thingy here, and it opens the door.
Right,
So I'm like, okay, so this must be some kind of puzzle. Okay, so I'm trying to work it out, and I see, there's a zombie in there. So maybe if I can lure out the zombie, maybe he can go on the pressure plate, and then I can get in there, and there'll be some kind of fat loot or something.
That noise would be quite scary if it didn't repeat itself continuously.
Yeah. And it's almost like it's a bit of Simon Says. There seems to be like a line of sight thing. Like unless they can see me, they don't move. See, the moment I go behind a wall, they stop moving, which is a little bit irritating. But I managed to get it there, and it opens it, and then it closes again. So it's a complete failure. So I think, okay, maybe if I kill them on the pressure plate, maybe then I can get in. But I completely cock it up and retreat.
Well, at least you got hit now. You've lost.
And I've also run out of stakes for my crossbow, so I've had to use a dagger now.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because you lost a bit of health there, but it instantly regen.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, why I never use the bite ability, like, at all, because it's ridiculous. So I've skipped ahead here, I've killed the zombies. It's giving me a little tip, and you can use this thing called Vampire Gaze.
What are you doing now? Have you given up?
That's turned on a lever, but I can't really see what it's turned on or off. So I've managed to turn on a lever by doing that special ability, and the zombies come out of nowhere again. They just seem to spawn randomly. I have a problem with this animation though, it just looks retarded.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. That looks special.
So there's these 5 fragment things that you're meant to get through the map, and it's not really ever properly explained why you're getting them or why they're there. There's a cutscene later, but it feels like it's way too late.
Right.
So a lot of the puzzles are used with this special vampiric gaze ability where you kind of have to activate things with this special little guidey thing.
Yeah. It's kind of a Tomb Raider-esque thing.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It was a lot
Obviously.
more puzzle heavy than I was expecting, I have to admit.
Yeah. Puzzles are all good. I mean, you can't really... They weigh down the game if you put too many in.
So, you know, I go give the gems to the biker dude and he's very happy about it. And he teaches me a new skill, which is a special skill which gives you ability to see like hidden secret doors, which is used for puzzles as well.
Anyway, but I can teach you a skill that might help get you out of here. Had a little time to practice while waiting.
Some great lip sync there.
I'll teach it to you. There we go. You better try. Fast.
I like his voice.
He kind of looks like Marius from Diablo, the Diablo 2 cutscene. I know you didn't play Diablo 2,
I did not play Diablo 2.
but anyone who has might know what I'm talking about.
Well, sorry, the other people who play games who have played Diablo 2, because I seem to be the
Yes.
only one who hasn't.
No, that's a fantastic game, Diablo 2. Yeah. So this is the secret door he was talking about. For some reason, even though I've got this new ability, it hasn't put it on my bars, so I put it on there. It's got secret sight, and as you'll see in a second, it turns your screen a lovely shade of green, which just looks
that's what used to
lovely.
happen to old CRT monitors when they broke.
Yeah.
you
So
remember
I
that?
was actually starting to wonder, is this a graphical issue in the demo? Because I wasn't sure. So that lever's opened a little room in here. I always think when you see that jump, it's kind of like something out of the Michael Jackson, like, thriller.
I know what you mean, yeah. The kind of like
Like,
the freeze pose movement kind of thing.
So again, as you see, these are all kind of part of the different puzzles that are going on. They're all lever-based. They love levers in this game.
Yeah. I mean, it's so far, although it's awful.
It's awful.
I'm not
yes.
totally like disgusted by it.
Yeah.
I mean, it
yeah.
repels me, but just not to an extent
I
where
have to admit, when I started playing, I was like, oh no, what have I gotten myself in for? But I have to admit, by the time I finished it, although it really fucking frustrated me at times, I was actually, you know what, this actually wasn't too bad.
To be honest, I think I'd enjoy it just because it's a different kind of gaming experience, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or if you can call it a game. Sorry, no, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh dear. This is something that's called Magnifying Moonlight.
See, this bit I watched earlier by myself. I watched this for about 2 minutes. I skipped a random part of the video. This made me laugh a lot because you're a fucking idiot.
He said
Yeah.
you have some light resistance.
No,
I was like,
no.
maybe I can get in and out, and I die.
It says don't go near this unless you have a vast amount of light resistance. You've just started playing the game, so you obviously do not have that.
So I have to go through and do all of these levers and traps again because
Oh, you
it's
actually
put.
reset everything.
Yeah, so because that's where my save
God.
point was. So I have to go back and do all this shit again. I find some armor. I have to kill some more wolves because they've all respawned. I have to kill that ghoul again. Kill some more wolves. So
Yeah,
there's all this shit I have to do.
Oh my
I
god,
talked to
I saw
him.
that again. Dear God.
So I check if there's maybe like if one of these levers might turn off the moonlight, and it doesn't. So I have to do all these traps again because I died.
You fool.
So I'm
Oh, no,
being thorough.
no,
No, not again.
Oh my god.
So I start doing it all again, you know, pick up the boots, pick up the armour.
You're just a glutton for punishment, aren't you?
So I get the armour again, so I try and put up my stat points, and then it just activates the trap for no reason.
Oh dear god. See, my computer would have been turned off at this point.
Yeah, I admit, I had to take a break. So I go, fuck this shit, I'm not bothering with this chest anymore. And this is one of the areas that we found right at the beginning. So I've realised that if you go into the menu, it quick saves you.
Right, okay.
By this point. So I'm now saved at this point after dying numerous times. I do think that the model art is a bit shitty though, personally.
I mean, the main problems at the moment are just the character models and the general animation.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to tell this like quite cool vampire story, and they're just going to get no immersion.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be too busy laughing at the ridiculous smacking out of your main character.
So there's a cutscene here which explains what these fragments are, but it's kind of almost too late, and this weird ass crow starts talking to you.
Don't be alarmed.
I really wish we hadn't done this just before I went to bed, because I'm a bit scared.
Are you scared?
This is very odd.
It is a little bit odd. Are you scared by that weird monkey golem still or something? Or
Monkey fist.
monkey fist? The monkey fist golem.
I mean, if you had that spell, then I would be enjoying this game a lot more.
I think I would too. So I've got into the other area now because I've realised I can actually break down these walls. So I'm kind of just gradually exploring all the areas that I couldn't explore before. So again, it's another one of these vampiric gaze puzzles, which pretty much like all of the puzzles are.
Yeah, this is kind of their go-to thing, isn't it?
I liked it at first, but then by the end I was just kind of like, do you not have any other kind of puzzles? So there's two of these here, and I'm like, I've already died 3 times, so I'm being massively hesitant around this point. I'm hoping this lever turns them off, and it doesn't. So I'm taking my time with this jump. And I do a quick save, I go to the map, just to be sure. And I make it, thank fuck. So I completely don't see this, and I die.
The sound effect on that was phenomenal.
So I'm pretty peeved. But I had saved this time, so I don't have to go through all that again. So I realise I completely missed this little hole which turns off the the moonlight. Again, I'm being a bit hesitant. Like, is it off? Is it not off?
It tells you on the left. Pull the lever, see what happens. Oh, I was really hoping that would turn it back on. I was really just praying.
Right, so this is meant to be like the access to the tutorial area, and I've got all those fragments, and I'm like, well, I've got all these fragments, surely this opens the door. Like, that's all the stuff I've been getting.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit confused here, that I can't get through. I need a bloodstone. So I go back to the beginning dude, and he says I need to go to the Statue of the Ancients. And after so much hair pulling, I find out that you have to buy a key from that stupid woman to just get through these gates. You don't even find them. Yeah, I absolutely hated that, because in most RPG games, you just find the key. You never have to buy a key. And it's just like a generic key. It's not even called like Statue of the Ancients key or anything. It's just a generic key that you buy. It's a bit retarded.
Just called a key.
It's just called a key. It's just a key. You buy it.
Oh, fair enough.
So this guy actually pretty much tells me nothing. He says I need to go to Zen's cauldron, but then doesn't tell me where the fuck it is or what I need to put in the cauldron to get this bloodstone.
Right, yeah.
So I have to go buy another key to get through here, and there's these freaky fucking snakes. And
What the hell?
have the most horrific death animation if you look at these guys on the floor. Is that not horrifying?
Oh my god.
That's
Well,
like stuff I would have nightmares about.
Don't let them touch you, don't know what will happen.
Well, I one-shot them. So I've run out of lockpicks as well by this point, so I can't even loot stuff. There's a nice friendly bum down here.
Bum.
That wall right there. I'm not drunk, I swear I seen it.
Oh, yeah, I believe him when he says he's not drunk.
Yeah, totally.
Seems like a pretty genuine guy.
Yeah.
Although he has had some of the best voice acting I've heard so far, so...
It's pretty amazing. Yeah. So that's the cauldron there.
Alright.
But, you know, I'm trying to be thorough. So again, I'm worried that this is another one of these kind of lights that might instantly kill me when I see this. So again, I'm being immensely cautious.
Please die. I want you to die again.
So I do a quick save.
Oh, no.
I've learned from my lessons.
What? Whoa! It's like fucking zombie gerbils.
Yeah, they're like vampire... Oh, they're called lizards, but they look like vampire rats or something. Now I'm worried that this glowing thing might kill me if I get near to this chest. So I go up to it, and I need a lockpick. And I don't have any lockpicks.
Oh my
so
God.
Guess where I need to go, Savs?
To the shop, Sarah. Trusty old Sarah.
You need to go to Sarah. So I go all the way back.
God.
And I buy some lockpicks.
She's such a...
And I only have enough for one. And I go to unlock it.
It fails, please.
And I fail. So I have to go back. And I try and smash it open and fail miserably.
Oh my God.
So I have to go back, sell some more shit, buy some more lockpicks. You know, this is great game design here, by the way. And I get in, and I get a ruby. So I'm like, oh great, I think this is the thing I need to like mix in this cauldron.
Yeah.
So I've got an emerald and a ruby, something like emerald, ruby, maybe this makes the bloodstone. And after much, like, just agony, it does actually tell you in the quest log what you need. So I need a snake eye and elixir. And the snake eye, I had the vendor to buy the picklocks. So I have to go back and buy the snake eye.
Oh no.
So I put the ruby in the cauldron, the snake eye, and I've got a bottle, so because that makes sense. Yeah, you're putting it in a bottle, but it doesn't work. So I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, maybe I have to do it in like a particular order. Maybe the snake eye goes in the bottle, or maybe I need to do it like put it up so it like goes down into the bottle and mix it, or maybe I need to put the ruby on top and then mix it. And then guess what? Guess what, Savs? I need to buy an elixir from Sarah.
Oh, Sarah.
She's got all of the answers to your problems.
Well, it worked. That's nice.
It works. So yeah, eventually, this took me about 40 minutes. By the way, this is all edited down.
Right,
I had to work this out, and we get through the door. Oh my god!
The door changed colour and texture completely.
Yep.
Oh, who's this? Oh, it's that dude again. The Chinese.
It's creepy Chinaman.
Good job, stranger.
So Saz, can you guess what kind of puzzle this is going to be?
Oh, it's going to be one of those ones where you have to use your floaty eye above the thing. And...
Oh, how did you know? How did you guess that?
A lucky guess.
So this is the really difficult puzzle, and you just do that, and you can jump over. But because I've died so many times, I'm worried that I might just suddenly die. So again, I'm being hesitant.
Oh, you're going to save again, aren't you? You're going to... Yeah, there we go. Oh dear God.
It's all about, there's no quick save button and there's no save button, so I didn't have any option.
You find yourself going around every corner and pressing like F5 or whatever is the quick save.
I know. When playing stuff like Max Payne and whatever, it's like that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I had to stop using that. So it pissed me off.
In some games, you're just so totally forced into it, and this is one of those games, as you've probably noticed. Even though this is only around a half an hour video, this took me about an hour and a half to do. This, like I said, this is massively edited down. So that's the end of the demo there, and you can't go through that door, but obviously that, I'm guessing that opens up into a big kind of open world area where you can go into shops and there'll be other quests and all sorts of stuff.
Right, that'd be good, because after this you really need some kind of open air thing.
Yeah,
they stick you into another corridors / dark, dismal place. Well, obviously it's probably going to be dark because you're a vampire, but still.
Yeah, you need a change of scenery. So Savs, general overall impressions of the game.
It doesn't deserve it.
It doesn't deserve reviewing.
No,
At all.
I mean, I would have preferred just to get half an hour's more sleep, to be honest, tonight. I really don't want to be nasty. I can see the work they put in. I can see that they've tried to do something fun.
Right.
This is sounding. I'm being very vague to avoid.
You're being very cautious about your words, aren't you?
But I mean, at the end of the day, it is a pile of shit, and I would never touch it. I don't think I could have spent 10 minutes in this game, let alone the hour and a half you put in to actually finish the demo.
You heard it here first, guys.
I mean, at first I was a little bit impressed that they actually put the thought in to do a few puzzles and stuff like that, but then they put the fucking endless floating Red Bull puzzle in. It's like, yeah, really, no. It's not great, is it? And then, I mean, Sarah was the highlight for me. She really, I think, added a level to the game that I really wasn't expecting.
She tied the game together, did you?
Yeah.
I hated that, personally. I've never played an RPG, because if you think about it, if you had known what to do, you could effectively gotten out of that tomb, run to the shop, bought 2 keys, and pretty much finished that entire zone right there and then within 5 minutes if you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
And that kind of comes down to there was a big lack of direction in that game. I mean, you had those little tutorial prompts, but you know, so much of how I learnt how to play that game was basically just from dying a lot, really. Alright, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty then. What will you give this as a score? What is the likelihood that Marnius would come back out of 20 with this game from what you've seen?
Right. I want to say that it might have some hope of convincing Marnius to grace us with his godlike presence again, but I think this is actually going to hinder him coming back even more than before.
So you think this might be a negative score? It would actually make things worse.
Unfortunately, if we are trying to entice him back to the world of video games, yes, he would be running for the hills.
So what would you give?
I'd give it I'll give it a solid 3.
A solid 3 out of 20.
Solid 3 out of 20.
Okay, I'm going to be a bit more generous than that. I would give it. I'd give it a 4. No, I'm being me. I'd probably give it more range of maybe 8 or 9. I mean,
yeah, no, I have to.
Having played through it, there's a lot of potential. Like I said at the beginning, I still think like stuff like the environments are done. It's done on the Unreal Engine. Like the environments are really nicely done. They look properly good, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
It's hard to rate this just simply because you can compare it to other stuff. This game could be good, but it's not at the moment. It needs so much work. It needs so much work.
Yeah.
The problem with that kind of game in an indie development kind of scenario is that they're being too ambitious. They're making this big RPG with they're going for like the kind of the realistic feel with the graphics, and they've got these different enemies like a skill tree, talent tree, voiceover acting. They've got puzzles. They've got there's just so much they have to work on. They needed to go for something maybe a little bit smaller scale.
Scale down.
Definitely.
There's so many of the successful indie games at the moment, stuff like Limbo or Fez or Minecraft. The graphics and everything about them, they're so basic. They're really
it's just
basic.
About content rather than.
But it's quality over quantity. That's all it is.
Exactly.
I mean, especially in the case of Minecraft. I mean, all that is really it's just a tool set. They've streamlined it to fuck. And there's not really any content in the game, but people create their own content, and that's part of why it's been so successful. So, yeah, I know what you mean. It is kind of like too big of a project, especially that sort of game. It's a shame, though, because like it's on Steam Greenlight, and for some bizarre reason, they don't seem to have a Kickstarter page for it. And it's like, this seems like a perfect example of a game that actually Kickstarter would genuinely be useful for.
Yeah.
Like, it's already well into development, but it needs a lot of polish. And the only way they're going to do that is by having extra money and extra time and resources. I think that's something they should definitely consider, personally. All right, well, I guess we should finish there then.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Savs, for joining us today on Combat Marnius. Yeah. If you enjoyed that, please like, favourite and subscribe to the channel. And if you really liked it that much, well, maybe we'll do some more reviews in the future and Savs can be rude about them. Would you like that?
Maybe. I'll try and be a bit more exciting next time, seeing as I'm half
Okay, I'll try and find something more exciting. Thanks very much for joining us today, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. Say bye, Savs.
Oh, well, no. No, you said it.
Go on, you know you want to.
Ciao for now.
Ciao.